I continue my chat with Canadian singer-songwriter KD Lang. She has so many achievements to her credit. Let's find out more. You accepted a Juno Award, which is the equivalent to our ARIAs, in a wedding dress.
Yeah, my first one. Well, because it was Most Promising Female, and I thought, what's the best outfit for Most Promising Female?
And did you get lucky that night?
I won.
Well, that's about as lucky as you can get,
That's
isn't
right,
it?
yeah.
The Patsy Cline tribute band. Did you ever get to meet her?
No, she died in 1963.
You wouldn't have been born then?
No, I was born in 61. Yeah. No, I never did. But I got to work with her producer and her band, and I got very, very close to, as close musically as I could get to her. So that was my homage and my gesture of appreciation.
After the age of 40, you became a Buddhist practitioner.
Yeah, I've always found the Buddhist philosophy to be my beliefs to gravitate towards the Buddhist philosophy. But in the 2000, I met a teacher, my teacher Lama Chöda Gyatso Rinpoche, and yeah, that shifts everything in a big deal. It's kind of like you have a car your whole life, but you never have the key, and then the teacher's kind of like the key. Yeah.
And that's obviously moved very much into your music as well.
Yeah, it's inseparable. It's really permeated every ounce of my being.
Does that go against how you were raised?
Well, I was raised Christian, but I was raised by a very, very liberal Christian family, and so I wouldn't say it goes against. I think it probably enhances my early Christian experiences.
Miss Shadaline, another great hit for you, but it's also the name of a magazine that made you Woman of the Year.
Yeah, I was Woman of the Year, and they airbrushed lipstick on me, which isn't good because I just end up looking like a drag queen.
You've been in show business for 25 years. Would you accept a Hall of Fame award?
Well, it would depend on what the Hall of Fame is. If it's the famous... Music. Oh, music? It's still early. I feel like I've got a lot to do still. I mean, I feel experienced, and I feel like I've definitely been in the business for 25 years, but, you know, I'm friends with somebody like Tony Bennett, and, I mean, he's 81 this year, and he does 300 shows a year, and I feel like I'm a baby, you know. He kicks my ass when we're on tour. I mean, he gets up and paints, and he plays tennis, and then he does the show at night, and I don't know, so, I mean, it would be a beautiful gesture, but I feel I got a lot of living to do yet.
And you paint yourself, don't you?
I do, yeah.
What do you paint?
I'm an abstract expressionist simply because I have no talent.
So you can get away with murder, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I actually don't do it for anybody except myself. It's really actually an interesting portal into, you know, I do it when I finish touring or before I make a record, and it's a way, to me, the sort of the blank canvas, it's so much easier to throw paint on a canvas than it is to stare at a blank page and have to, like, make that commitment to the words and the direction of the lyrics. So painting is a portal into my music in a very childish and very free way.
I was doing a bit more research on you last night as I had the telly on in the background, and Tomorrow Never Dies was on.
Really?
Yes. You sang in the closing credits.
Yeah. Yeah, my Shirley Bassey attempt.
It was great.
Can't touch her.
No.
No, you can't touch Shirley Bassey, no.
You're very modest, aren't you?
No, I'm not really. I don't think I'm very modest. No, I think I'm pretty vain, actually.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I think for pretty much all people in this public eye are vain, or all people in showbiz are vain, aren't they? Aren't you? Are you a little vain?
I think we all probably have a little bit of ego.
Yeah,
otherwise you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you're so unpretentious, and you know, there's a lot of people in the business that aren't.
Well, I don't think I always was. You know, I think that age and a certain amount of success, and certainly my Buddhist practice is just definitely more comfortable with myself. But I certainly had my periods of being a big diva, definitely.
All those have gone before.
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah.
Katie Lang, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time.
It was an absolute pleasure to interview Katie Lang. She's so down to earth, and she's actually signed one of her latest CDs, Watershed, and we'll give that away next week.